Here we are with Baki Rahen, chapter 14, called Massive Bleeding. We are going to see if Kosho would survive the rest of this fight against Jack, particularly because people thought that he would not be alive after that bite, but we're gonna see now though. Here we see Kosho's blank stare. What's he staring at? Like into the abyss. It's a fountain of blood. And I can already picture this pose of Kosho like in a meme format. I can imagine that, and that already looks hilarious. What intense bloodshed. He bit right down on the one place that must absolutely not be bitten, and took a great big bite. Yeah, he bit a really important place on the human body that's very vital for, you know, survival and living. He bit it and Kosho is just stunned. Kosho cannot react to after any bites that Jack does. He's just swelling up with pain. I can't imagine. Kosho is bleeding profusely. And from the bottom of the page here, different reactions of Kosho's injury. From Baki to Shibukawa, everyone is just shocked that Jack has actually bitten Kosho in such a vital spot. However, here in the underground arena, there are no doctor stops. The commentator is right about that. I can think as far back as to the Maximum tournament when his drugs were on the verge of nearly killing him, and was it one doctor, or was a scientist maybe? No, it wasn't a scientist. It was one doctor, and then it was Kureha. They were trying to stop the match. That doctor got threatened by Tokugawa. If you leave this spot, I am going to have to hurt you, because you are not stopping this match. Even though Tokugawa didn't manage to stop Kureha from entering the ring, he got sent back into the spectator section by Jack himself. So yeah, any outside influence stopping an underground arena match is very, very unlikely in this present time. The last one that I can think of is Muhammad Ali Sr. stopping Baki from killing his son. I suppose that's the only time where the match has been interrupted. Oh, and also Yujiro chopping Amanayu's body from his shoulder. I really don't know how he's still living. His body was bending from that chop. And in this fight we see of Kosho versus Jack, there is no shot, anyone is stopping this match at all. After all those experiences, I would be surprised if someone was to stop it, or something was to stop it. The fighter must faint, die, or admit their own defeat. Nothing else will stop this match. Saying all that, as Kosho is looks like he's in massive pain, sweating intensely. Jack gears up for another attack, even though Kosho is in such a vulnerable position and he has no way of defending himself, because he's trying to stop the bleeding. Jack's kick lands and Kosho takes the brunt of that attack. Really a terrible sight to see. Kosho hasn't been able to protect himself within this attack. As we can see here, yeah, he felt that one. It wasn't pretty. Even now, Jack also goes for an uppercut to Kosho's chin. And yeah, he's far from being recovered, because he's continuously getting attacked by Jack while bleeding a lot. Even after tearing Kosho open, the giant's YujiroHanma remains ruthless. The blood just won't stop flowing. Man, it's so, it's not disappointing, it's just so, it's sad, seeing Kosho just crawl away at a time before he was feeling himself. He was really feeling himself. Confident. Remember that one term he said? Not term. That one quote he said? What he said to his brother Kureha a day before the match. I will come back without a scratch, or something along those lines. He really didn't keep his promise on that. From here next, we have Jack leaping into the air. Jack leaps into the air, and his foot is charging down, ready to stop on Kosho. And as I was seeing this chapter, I was praying for Kosho to like dodge it or block it, even though he's crawling on the ground and he's not in the best of shape, I'll tell you that. But the stomp lands, and it's not even a stomp. Anyway, I'll talk about that later on, but commentator says, "Oh no!" Literally the same reaction I had when I saw this page. It's so devastating. This attack is so devastating. Not only because all of Jack's weight is behind this one stomp, but because the kick itself is it's designed to do maximum damage, because Jack has put like technique behind this kick. Like there's a way the kick is like shaped and formed to inflict like massive damage or efficient damage. Like it's used in karate, Baki uses it, Yujiro uses that way of kicking. But if I don't find the right panels, I'll just show this one Yujiro panel of him doing that same kick, because that's what I can vividly remember right now. And that kick is way more damaging than a regular like stomp with the bottom of your foot, because with that type of like technical kick, you'll be using like your heel of your foot as well, which is what I learned from sumo, specifically Keiha. The hardest parts of the foot is the heel, and so Jack here is using that to kick Kosho's neck. I don't want to be Kosho right now, that's what I'll say. I would not want to be Kosho Shinogi right now. The crowd, they felt that one. They are surprised at what they saw. So was Baki, Katsumi, and Shibukawa. It's broken. That's a break. Might have broke his neck. So tell me, viewers, does this face right here show that his neck is broken? Because I think it very well does. Jack shows no mercy, with blood gushing from Shinogi's carotid. I was gonna say carceroid. Is that the right word? Yeah, whatever. Jack brings his full weight to bear, with a guillotine kick straight to the panting Kosho's cervical vertebra, right at the back of his neck. Kosho felt that. He took the kick, because he wasn't really in the position to, do anything to avoid it. And the similarity of that kick is compared to a guillotine that's used to chop off people's heads. It's like a miracle Kosho's head is still on right now. Did he break his neck? Stop this. This is insane. Tokugawa, stop the fight. We don't even see Tokugawa in this page, even though he's being referred to, because he's gonna let the fight go on. He very much will. If the victor is obvious, then he would have to stop the fight, because there's no point of continuing. Don't stand up. Kosho, you can stay down. I mean, I would want to stay down. Why would I want to get up in front of this guy? Look at him. The dark eyes. The vicious glare. It's not something I want to get up and see. You've done enough, Kosho. More than enough. Take pride in that and let this end. Please, Kosho, let this end. Please. You came back with a buff. I loved it. You were amazing. But Jack is just a different type of beast. And here he actually kneels down to Kosho instead of actually attacking him brutally. It's as he says, let this end now, while you're still breathing. The audience claps as well, because after that onslaught that Jack delivered to Kosho, basically telling Kosho here, give up, why don't you? Like, give up. The match has been set. The people don't want to see you suffer. So please, give up. No. Kosho doesn't play like that. He doesn't. Takes the opportunity, cuts Jack's cord to his other eye, and now he's fully blind. His cord has been cut. Shink. But Jack grips. Now him being blind is not really it's redundant now. Him being blind is redundant because he has Kosho in his grasps. He knows where Kosho is. The heavily damaged Kosho, the barely able to stand Kosho. He has him in his grasp, and what does he do? He opens wide, opens his mouth, opens those chompers, and takes a bite out of Kosho's left arm. Now I'm certain Kosho won't be able to move that arm, so yeah, he's pretty much cooked. There's another place where bleeding will start taking an effect. And what do we know? What do we see? Another panel of blood gushing in the air. Just like the last chapter. Crimson does not mean surrender. Meaning, like bleeding or seeing blood does not mean you should surrender. Which that implies to Kosho right now. Because he's bleeding like crazy. I hope Kosho ends the fight for his own sake. I want him to live. The strong is the beautiful.